happened? Which direction were you coming from?
So I was going from Sunset Marina, and sometimes this happens a lot. Sometimes the wheel just shakes, and that happens a lot because
Like the steering wheel?
Yeah, the steering wheel. It'll be like and that happens a lot. The engine makes like a weird noise. It makes like a loud, like squeaky noise, which I'm used to that, but it was like and that happens a lot, which I've had it fixed 3 times, and they still haven't fixed it, which I just thought it was okay. All I know is that like this car has had multiple problems, and I brought it to the car shop at least 5 times this month, and nothing has happened.
After a few minutes, the paramedics arrived at the scene and began inquiring about Isabella's well-being. Her response was unusual. She expressed concern about the car, particularly because she relied on it for college. When the paramedics pressed for information about her physical condition, Isabella burst into tears and repeatedly emphasized her worries about the car.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me. I'm concerned about the car.
There's airbag deployment.
Okay.
I'm concerned about the car because I'm bringing this to college, and I need...
Anybody else hurt in the car?
No,
You're the only one in the car?
Yeah, just me.
No injuries? You got nothing at all, really? You sure?
About the car.
Hey, the chest, a little bit on the airbag that deployed it? No?
I'm just
Don't worry, hey, listen, don't cry. Hey, the main gear is you, and you're fine. You know, that's what.
I'm fine. The car is malfunctioned before, and I just...
This can be replaceable, right?
This left the lady officer feeling puzzled about how the accident had occurred, as Isabella had not provided a clear explanation. Isabella then attributed the accident to the shaking steering wheel. However, it became evident that Isabella was not revealing the whole story. She kept repeating the half-story about the steering wheel, raising suspicion that she might be concealing something important. After conducting further investigation, Isabella eventually admitted that she had collided with the edge of a pole.
I just don't understand how we ended here. You know what I mean?
Because the steering wheel, have you ever felt the steering wheel like shake?
I'm just trying to understand where we went off and then turned around and got here.
When the steering wheel is shaking, it's hard to control. That's what happened. The side of the pole. It's because, yeah.
The male officer then proceeded to check her past records, discovering that Isabella, who was 19 years old, had a suspended license due to unpaid tickets. During this process, the officers were also discussing a prior incident involving another officer named Katie, who had been ahead of Isabella when she crashed her car into the pole. Katie had reported that she was speeding and subsequently lost control of her vehicle, resulting in the collision with the pole. This information added an interesting dimension to the situation, suggesting a possible pattern of reckless driving in the area.
She's very, very, very hysterical.
Okay, we don't have a will witness though, right?
Okay. He got here first, and she was out of the vehicle when I got here.
Literally crashed right behind Katie. But she was hauling ass behind Katie, lost control, and
Did Katie see it though?
I'm on.
I
understand you're upset, but I need to listen to me.
Of course I'm upset. I'm upset at the freaking auto body shop that messed up my car.
Okay, and you can deal with that.
Is there any way that I can get my insurance to like have some justice here?
Well, you're gonna have to contact the insurance for sure. Do you have a paperwork for the car? Do you have
Yes, of course.
Isabella handed her car insurance to the officer for examination, and it was noted that the car was registered in the name of her parents. However, throughout this incident, Isabella remained visibly upset, tears streaming down her face. Following this, the lady officer asked Isabella for her vehicle registration. Isabella provided a stack of papers and expressed uncertainty about which document contained the registration, stating that it should be in there somewhere. Her emotional state was still quite evident as she struggled to locate the necessary paperwork.
Okay, so
Do you need my ID?
who's Leslie Jones? Is that your mom?
My mom.
And Christopher is your dad? Okay, so you said the car is registered to you?
It's registered to my parents. I just turned 18 in November.
Okay, do you have a registration?
I don't know which one it is, but it should be in there.
Just more insurance over here. Okay.
Following the completion of the traffic crash investigation, the lady officer shifted her focus to a new investigation, a DUI investigation. Isabella had been displaying signs of impairment that raised suspicions in the officer's mind, prompting the DUI investigation.
So I understand. I think I understand what happened. Okay. So there's gonna be a traffic crash.
This has
report.
happened before.
Okay, can you listen to me? Did you crash before?
No, but this steering, like, I brought it to the auto shop for this exact issue.
Okay. And like I said, there's gonna be a crash report, and then you can contact your insurance and tell them exactly what happened, and then you'll take it from there. Okay? So right, Isabella, I need you to focus.
I'm sorry.
So right now, the traffic crash investigation is over. Okay? Right now, I'm starting a different investigation. It's criminal, and it's for DUI. Okay? So before I ask you any questions, I'm required to review your rights. Okay, so I'm going to need you to listen to me. If you have any questions after that, you can ask me. But just listen to what I'm going to read to you, okay? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? I need a verbal yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
After reading her rights, the officer inquired whether Isabella wished to speak or not. Isabella, aware of her rights, responded that she wanted to talk to her uncle before answering any questions. This demonstrated her exercise of her rights, a step that individuals can take before engaging in conversations with law enforcement officers, although many may not choose to do so immediately.
Have you asked any law enforcement officer to speak to an attorney?
No, but I want to call my uncle.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, I want to talk to my uncle. I want to talk to my mother. I want to talk to everyone.
Okay, but what we're doing now is a criminal DUI investigation. And in order for me to figure out what's going on and if you've been driving under the influence, I need to ask you specific questions. So I need to know if you're willing to answer them or if you're invoking your rights and you don't want to answer them.
Can I take a minute?
You can take a minute, but you're 18, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
so
18.
you're an
No,
adult?
I'm an adult. Can I just take a minute?
Take a minute. It's okay.
Isabella also expressed her desire to speak with her mother. However, when she made this request, the lady officer denied it, explaining that she was now an adult and had to handle the situation on her own.
You cannot right now, but you're an adult and you need to do this on your own. Okay?
Mobile 70, Lieutenant Norfolk Road.
I'm just a little scared.
At this point, the officer got to the crux of the matter. She detected the odor of alcohol emanating from Isabella and proceeded to ask her how much she had been drinking that day. Isabella responded that she had not consumed much alcohol herself. It was her friends who had been drinking. She mentioned having had maybe 1 or 2 drinks and clarified that her last drink had been approximately 4 hours ago.
I can smell alcohol from you, so be honest with me. How much did you have to drink?
I didn't really have much to drink. My friends were all drinking around me.
Okay, so how much did you have?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe 1 or 2, like
Like I knew, but I had them
spikes on them.
4 hours ago.
So did you have them 4 hours ago or 1 4 hours ago?
Like 2 4 hours ago.
2 4 hours ago.
The lady officer informed Isabella that she needed to demonstrate that she was not under the influence of alcohol at that moment by performing some field sobriety exercises. Isabella agreed to comply with this request.
Do you feel under the influence right now?
No, I'm just scared.
Okay, it's understandable. You're safe with us. You're not injured. Rescue checked you out. You just gotta get through this, okay? You will submit to the voluntary field sobriety exercises to dispel my belief that you've been driving.
What is that like
It's
like the
pretty
line
simple.
walking?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Sure. Do whatever.
Meanwhile, a tow truck had arrived at the scene to tow Isabella's car. Before the car was towed, the officers ensured that they retrieved some of Isabella's belongings that she would need. She requested her clothes, phone, and wallet before her car was towed away. The other lady officer made an effort to console Isabella, who was clearly frightened and concerned about the condition of her vehicle, as well as how her parents would react upon seeing the situation.
Hey, just be thankful you're not injured.
Oh, trust me.
Or anyone else is injured, okay?
While Isabella was attempting to put on her pants, she struggled to maintain her balance and was on the verge of falling to the ground. At this critical moment, the other lady officer prevented her from falling. demonstrating that Isabella was still exhibiting symptoms or side effects of alcohol consumption, a clear indication of impairment. The officers proceeded with the DUI investigation, which involved a series of questions and field sobriety exercises. The first field sobriety test administered was the horizontal gaze nystagmus, HGN test. This test is used to detect nystagmus, an involuntary jerking of the eyeballs that can become more pronounced when a person is intoxicated. The officer held an object, typically a pen, 12 to 15 inches in front of Isabella's face. She was instructed to follow the pen with her eyes as it moved slowly from side to side. This was repeated for each eye. The officer observed Isabella's eyes for signs of horizontal gaze nystagmus. Isabella's inability to smoothly follow the pen was a clear indication of impairment.
You're getting ahead of my pen. I need you to look here and just keep pulling with your eyes. Keep your hands down your side. Okay?
While this test was being conducted, Isabella's car was being towed away. Witnessing her car being towed made her burst into tears, showing her frustration and deep concern for her vehicle.
Do you want to wait till they leave? Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's what's happening. The car is gonna get towed.
Please stop. I'll pass whatever you want me to pass. I just want whoever messed up my car, whoever didn't fix my car, to go to jail.
Again, you can deal with that.
Okay, well, I'll walk whatever line you want me to walk.
Focus on this, okay?
The next field sobriety test was the walk and turn test. For this test, the officer marked a straight line on the ground using yellow tape. Isabella was instructed to take 9 heel-to-toe steps along this line. After taking these 9 steps, she was to turn on one foot and return in the exact same manner in the opposite direction. This test is designed to assess a person's ability to listen, follow instructions, and remember those instructions while performing specific physical movements. Before starting the test, Isabella's behavior began to change. She appeared increasingly frustrated and rushed. The officers reminded her to listen carefully and not rush through the test.
Okay, great. I'm so ready. I'm so mad. Because this has happened twice. And if I pass this, whoever messed up my car goes to jail, right?
So that's gonna be between you and the shop. That's really not our thing to investigate. So,
but you will investigate whoever checked out my car before this, right?
Okay, Isabel, we are not investigating whoever checked out your car right now, okay? Right now, Officer Bernatova is doing her own investigation, okay?
Okay.
That has nothing to do with who fixed your car or who did work on your car, okay? That's all civil, and that's something that you can go and look into after the fact, okay? But right now, this is what we're dealing with.
This unexpected question indicated that her focus was shifting away from the DUI investigation and towards her concerns about the garage that had worked on her car. With the instructions explained clearly to Isabella, it was time for her to perform the walk and turn test.
How many am I at? 1, 2.
okay. So that one's done, and then we just have one more.
Isabella was then asked to perform the last test, known as the one-leg stand test. In this test, officers instructed her to stand on one foot with the other foot approximately 6 inches off the ground. She was to count aloud by thousands, 1001, 1002, etc., until told to put her foot down, which should happen after 30 seconds. Isabella was further instructed to keep her eyes on the elevated foot and keep her arms by her sides while performing the test. Now let's see how Isabel performed.
So I tell you what to do, I'm going to show it to you, and then you can start.
If you need me to hold, I can literally hold whatever you want. I can hold.
I need you to do exactly what I'm asking
Okay.
you. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, and so forth until I tell you stop.
All right. I'm
Any
ready.
questions?
Nope.
Let me know when you're ready. Don't start yet. Just tell me when you're ready, and don't do that. You need to keep your arms down your side. okay? And do not keep them off of your body, keep them down your side.
Is this like a yoga pose?
No, like this.
That's all we want.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, Isabella, again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 31, 32, 33,
Okay,
34, 35.
Isabella, it's okay. Put your foot back, put the Crocs back on. Turn around, let's see who's behind your back.
Isabella completed all the field sobriety exercises as instructed. However, despite her performance, she was arrested for driving under the influence. It was a sobering moment for Isabella as she broke down in tears and realized that she made the worst decision of her life by driving drunk.
You're under arrest for driving under the influence. When we get to jail, there's gonna be a breath test machine, so you will be able to provide the sample of your breath to determine the alcohol level, okay? You can prove us you're not over the legal limit if that's something you believe. Do you understand?
Yep.
Will you take the breath test?
Yep.
Okay.
Do I have to take a mug shot?
Yes. It's funny how everybody's worried about that one.
How much is my bill?
If there's anything illegal on you, anywhere on your body that you're gonna introduce to my car or the jail, you're gonna be charged with it.
Isabella, listen,
okay?
listen. That's our biggest issue here today.
I don't
okay?
have anything
Just listen.
illegal on me.
Okay,
You can
okay,
breath
okay.
test. I have nothing. I have
Okay.
nothing. The only problem is that I'm going to jail. My parents are be really mad at me.
Isabella, I know this seems like it's the worst thing in the world. Listen. Take it as a lesson learned. And be thankful that you did not kill yourself or anyone else, okay?
Yes.
That is the most important thing. All of this, you can get past.